It's 5:47 a.m. You're asleep in your own bed, and someone is pounding on your door like they're trying to break it down. You're not a criminal, you've never broken a law in your life, but in the next 48 hours, the entire world will believe you're a killer. Right now, more than 2,000 people in America are serving life sentences for murders they did not commit. Every single one of them said the same thing you'd say. This is step by step exactly how the system turns an innocent person into a convicted murderer, and how fast it happens will terrify you. It starts on a completely normal Tuesday. You go to work, you come home, you have no idea that your life just ended. 6 officers at your front door, badges out, hands on holsters. They're not here to ask questions, they already have answers. They have a warrant, your name is on it. They say someone is dead, and they say you did it. Your brain can't even process the words. The handcuffs click shut, cold metal on your wrists, in your own living room in your own home. Your neighbors are watching, some are recording on their phones. In their minds, you're already guilty. You haven't even said a word yet. The back of a police car smells like sweat and metal. There are no door handles on your side. You are cargo now. They put you in a room, no windows, one light, one mirror that isn't really a mirror, and they let you sit there, alone, for 3 hours. 2 detectives walk in. One is your best friend, the other thinks you're a monster. This isn't an accident, it's a technique designed to break you. They slide a photo across the table, a person you barely knew, dead, and they're watching your face for any reaction. You tell them where you were, home alone, watching TV, no witnesses, no receipts, the worst alibi in the world, and it happens to be the truth. They don't believe you. Every word you say gets twisted. I didn't do it becomes why are you so defensive? I was home alone becomes nobody can verify that. You say the only word that matters, lawyer. Everything stops, but the damage from 3 hours of talking is already done. Behind the glass, they're already building their case. They don't have the right person, but they have a person, and in the system, that's often enough. This is what the evidence looks like, and if you didn't know better, you'd think they got the right guy. That's the terrifying part. Your phone pinged a cell tower 2 miles from the crime scene that night. You were driving home from the grocery store, but on paper, it looks like you were there. A security camera caught someone in a hoodie walking near the scene. Same height, same build, could be anyone, could be you. The jury will only remember that it could be you. The witness picks you out of a lineup. They're 70% sure. Studies show eyewitness identification is wrong 40% of the time, but the jury won't hear that statistic. Your DNA was at the victim's house because you had coffee there 3 weeks ago. Touch DNA transfers from a handshake, but in court it sounds like proof you were at the murder scene. The prosecution has 6 investigators and an unlimited budget. Your public defender has 200 other cases and met you 15 minutes ago. Every single piece of evidence on its own proves nothing. Your phone was nearby, you knew the person, you have no alibi, but stack them together and suddenly a jury sees a killer. Bail is set at $500,000. You don't have that. You don't have 10% of that. So you wait for trial in a jail cell for 14 months. 14 months in a 6x8 cell waiting for your chance to prove you're innocent. The world moves on without you. Your life doesn't. Your mugshot is on the news, on social media, in the newspaper. Comment section says you look guilty. A million strangers decided your fate over breakfast. Your family visits. They say they believe you. You can see in their eyes they're not sure. The doubt is the thing that breaks you more than the bars. You lose your job, your landlord changes the locks, your bank freezes your accounts, friends stop answering the phone. Being accused is the punishment before the punishment. Your lawyer says take the plea deal, 15 years instead of life. Admit to something you didn't do and we can minimize the damage. 97% of cases never go to trial because people take these deals. Trial day, you're wearing a borrowed suit because yours doesn't fit anymore. 12 strangers will decide if you spend the rest of your life in a cage. The prosecutor stands in front of the jury and describes you as calculated, cold, dangerous. He tells a story. It's a good story. It's just not true. The witness takes the stand, points right at you, says that's him, I'm sure of it. They're not sure. Memory doesn't work that way, but the jury doesn't know that. Your lawyer does his best, pokes holes in every piece of evidence, but reasonable doubt is hard to feel when you're staring at a grieving family in the front row. You take the stand. You tell the truth. I was home, alone. I didn't do this. But the truth sounds boring. The prosecution story sounds like a movie. Juries remember movies. The jury deliberates for 9 hours. You sit on a wooden bench in a hallway. Every minute is a year. You count ceiling tiles. You pray to a God you haven't talked to since childhood. The jury files back in. Nobody looks at you. Your lawyer told you that's a bad sign. The foreman stands up. Guilty. The word hits you like a wall. Your legs stop working. Your lawyer's hand is on your shoulder. Behind you, your mother is screaming. You didn't do this. Nobody cares. Life without the possibility of parole. The judge says the words like he's reading a grocery list. Your entire existence reduced to one sentence. They take you through a side door. You look back one last time. The door closes. Your old life is on the other side of it.
Maximum security, D block. You're surrounded by people who actually did what you're accused of. This is home now for the rest of your life. Year 1, you're angry. Year 3, you're numb. Year 7, you stop sleeping. Year 12, you start fighting, because giving up means they win. You write 347 letters to lawyers, to organizations, to journalists, to anyone. 346 go unanswered. Letter 347 reaches an Innocence Project's lawyer. She reads your case file. Something doesn't add up. She visits you on a Tuesday. Nobody has visited in 3 years. New DNA technology didn't exist at the time of your trial. Now it does. The blood at the crime scene isn't yours. It was never yours. It matches someone else entirely. The real killer was arrested for a different crime 2 states away. His DNA matches. He confesses. He describes details only the killer would know. It takes 12 years, 4,380 days, but a new judge reads 3 words: conviction overturned. You are free. You walk out the front gate. The sun hits your face. You're 41 years old. You went in at 29. Nobody can give you those years back. They call it exoneration, but nobody undestroys your career. Nobody unpublishes your mugshot. Nobody undoes the nightmares. You're free, but you're not the same person. Since 1989, over 3,400 people have been exonerated in the United States alone. They lost a combined total of more than 30,000 years to crimes they never committed. These weren't criminals who got caught in the wrong life. These were teachers, veterans, parents, people like you, people who were in the wrong place at the wrong time. The system isn't broken. It works exactly the way it was designed. Process cases, close files, get convictions. Innocence is not the system's priority. Winning is. The most terrifying thing isn't the bars or the verdict. It's saying, I didn't do this, over and over for 12 years and watching no one believe you. Your freedom is not as solid as you think. One phone call, one mistaken witness, one lazy detective, and the life you're living right now disappears. And if it happens to you, if no one believes you, what would you do?